Hello, everyone. Before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment saying where you're from and when you watched. That way, YouTube will continue to show you stories like this. Now, let's get started. Asterisk, I froze in place. The us be the one I thought I had thrown away. The one that had vanished was lying squarely on the operating table. No dust, no scratches, as if someone had just placed it there. Right before I walked in, I scanned the room. The walls were ice cold. Shadows clung to every corner, and then I heard the sound of footsteps from above from the ceiling, not scratching, not the skittering of rats, but the distinct sound of human limbs, joints cracking, as if something was slowly crawling right over my head. I tilted my flashlight upward. There was a ventilation hatch. I shined the beam inside. Nothing, just a deep, endless black. I turned back to the USB. I couldn't leave without it. I reached out, and the light flickered. In that split second of illumination, I saw an upside-down face peering down from the opening eyes, as black as void, a crooked smile, and skin scorched and peeling. I stumbled backward. A hand, grey and trembling, reached down from the ceiling, straining to grab me. I screamed and bolted out of the room. The second-floor hallway stretched on endlessly. I ran, my heart pounding, but the footsteps followed. Even though I couldn't see anyone, I could feel the weight of them. They didn't echo like normal steps. It was as if they were clinging to the walls, moving overhead, crawling after me like a spider. But it wasn't a spider. It was something I couldn't name. I reached the fire escape door, but when I grabbed the handle, it burned with a cold. So sharp it seared my skin, as if the metal itself had frozen solid in a dead winter night. I pulled my hand away. Blistered dot behind me, the footsteps stopped. The air grew thick, pressing against my chest. I turned around. No one was there, but on the wall was the imprint of a bloody hand. That night, I left the hospital and never returned. A week passed. I quit my job, shut off my phone, deleted my social media, and moved somewhere new. I wanted to forget. I wanted to push those creepy stories out of my head. But I couldn't, because every night, as soon as I drifted off to sleep, I dreamed of the ceiling opening, and someone crawling down, moving toward me slowly. I would wake up drenched in sweat. But on the ceiling above my bed, there were scratches. I told no one. No one would believe me anymore, until I received an anonymous email. You're not the only one who's seen it. The sender was a woman named Rachel, a former nurse at that very hospital in 2011. She said that for the 4 months she worked on the second floor, she constantly heard tapping from the ceiling, saw objects vanish, and spotted shadowy figures standing at the end of the hallway. Once, she took a selfie in operating room 4. In the photo, there was a black figure clinging to the ceiling, staring directly into the camera. 3 days later, she quit. She attached the photo for me. I opened it. It was the same face, the burns, the dead white eyes, the stiff, unnatural smile like someone had stitched it onto a real person's skin with a scalpel dot. My stomach churned. I decided to meet her. We met in an old, almost forgotten cafe. Rachel was thin, her long hair falling to cover half her face. Her voice was quiet, almost a whisper, yet every word pierced my skull like an icy needle. She said, "It doesn't stay in the hospital. It follows people, people who've seen it." I asked, "What is it?" Her eyes shimmered with tears. "It's an unburied memory, an unforgiven mistake, a forgotten grudge. I didn't understand. She explained that according to old records, patient 13 had once been a doctor accused of performing unauthorized surgeries while in a psychological breakdown. When the incident was uncovered, he set himself on fire right on the operating table, and after that, no body was ever found. From her pocket, she pulled out an old yellowed sheet of paper, a copy of an internal hospital log. July 21st, 1999. Reports say footsteps are heard on the ceiling every night, but no one is on the second floor. No rats, no people, only wind, or maybe not just wind. A shiver ran down my spine. Rachel asked softly, "Do you hear the footsteps in your dreams?" I nodded. She gave a sad smile. "Dennis Chosen. You, that night, I received an MMS from an unknown number. It was a short video clip, no title. I opened it. It was footage from operating room 4, but not like anything I'd seen before. The angle was tilted, the colors tinged red dot in the video. A man lay motionless on the operating table. The face was mine. Then, a black shape slowly crawled down from the ceiling, slithering toward me, and whispered something. I couldn't make out the words, but its eyes locked onto the camera lens. The screen went black dot, and then a single line appeared. No one leaves this place without taking it with them. I looked up at the ceiling in my new apartment. No cracks, no openings, no sound, but I knew if I closed my eyes, I would see it. The person on the ceiling, still crawling closer. Asterisk, please like and subscribe to the channel to listen to the next episode, where there are no cameras,